guys, so my last video kind of blew up a little bit, got about 100,000 views and 3,000 new subscribers jumped on board, so that's awesome. I wasn't expecting that at all, but it's, you know, great. You guys must have got a lot out of that video. So I wanted to make another one that's sort of a bit of a, I guess, a follow-up, and just sort of develop that approach a bit further. So if you haven't checked out the last video, I'll try and leave a little box up here for you to go and check it out. But for everyone else, let's get stuck into it. So last time we were working out of the key of A, so this A shape. Today we're going to be going down to G. So if we took the, you know, typical G minor pentatonic, we'd be here. So if we go down to this this other box, so down the neck, we'll be doing this. Now, just like last time, I want to be supporting that scale, sort of creating a bit of a foundation with this G chord, right? Now, I don't want to include the major third like you normally would for a G major here. Just leave that out. Try and mute that string if you can. And just so have this sort of G5 kind of power chord going on. Now that you've got that, see if you can keep that ring finger planted on the low G note on the E string here. And with your other fingers that are free, play the scale. So. Alright, you can also use your thumb, you know, if you've got big hands, getting your thumb over there. Alright, now again, we're going to be trying to get this bluesy sound by targeting the minor third and the flat seventh with these little micro bends. So minor third's going to be here, first fret of the A string. And put that little micro bend in. And then back to your G chord. Flat seven. Take those notes higher in the scale. You get the minor third is on the third fret of the G string. So flat seven, third fret of the D string. Now, the great thing about this shape is the flat five, which is kind of, you know, starting to get into a blues scale, is really accessible here. So you can bring even more of that sort of bluesy sound out. So the flat five is going to be on the second fret of the B string. So here. So if you hear it more in context, like. Cool, so you can use that. I like to use it in a way where I'm sort of like rolling off it. Doing these little trills between the first fret and the second fret. So really cool sounds. It's sort of, I kind of hear like this is like a kind of a swampy, like a bit of a swamp box situation. Especially, you know, if you get some tremolo and a bit of a dirty sound, you know, you're right kind of down there with the gators in the swamp, or, you know, crocodiles if you're in Australia. So that's cool. Now, going to what I was doing in the intro, again, if you're playing sort of a bluesy rhythm part, like Call Me the Breeze, typically you'd be playing that kind of style in an A shape. So but you can also do it out of a G shape, and it's cool. It's going to give you just sort of a different option. The thing about the guitar, if you just play something in out of a different shape, your fingers are going to naturally sort of fall in different spots, and you're going to get different ideas happening. It's just, just the way the instrument is. So, if we're playing that kind of thing out of this G shape, we're going to be. So I've got that G kind of power chord, and then I'm creating the movement on the D string. And then if you go up to the 4 chord, C. So I've got again sort of a C chord, but without the major third, creating the movement on the G string. So and then back to your G. Now up to the 5 chord, D. C. Now, if you're playing over that kind of thing, a 12-bar progression, all of that stuff we talked about before, so the minor pentatonic scale, the flat 5, that's all kind of right underneath your fingers there. So something like this. So that's just a little example of what you can do with that. Sort of melding all that together. Now, the other cool thing I'll mention is because we're in G, now we can really, we might start bringing in a little bit of a bluegrassy kind of feel. A lot of bluegrass stuff is played out of G. And you can do that on electric as well. Like it's going to sound a bit more like chicken pickin-y, especially if you're on a telly. But this is a great spot for it. And again, we're going to be sort of bringing out more of the major third to bring in more of that major tonality of country music. So the minor third was on the 1st fret, the major third's on the 2nd fret. So we can get stuff like. It's like a very typical bluegrass run, G run, and you can get these really cool sort of fast descending passages as well. So something like this. So that's sort of starting with a minor pentatonic with blues scale kind of thing, using that flat 5. And then to the major third there. So that's what brings out more of the bluegrassy country thing. Minor third to major third again. All right, cool. So there's a bunch of stuff there as well. So now you got a bunch of stuff out of the A shape and G shape. So thanks for for supporting the channel. It's great, when you see a good reaction, it keeps you motivated to keep putting out videos. So I'll be heading up to Sydney for a couple of weeks, but I'll be back down here in Melbourne, and I'll just keep putting out stuff, and hopefully you guys dig it. So I'll catch you in the next one. All right, see you then.